as a freshman. Little did I know I would become involved to the extent that I am. But I absolutely love everything about Ohio University. I love the student experience. I want to help enable and further that as we continue. So really what it ties down to is my love for the university and my desire to give back to a university that's given me, so much from when I arrived here as a freshman. I want to work with my fellow student leaders. I want to work with just to help make this university the best university that it can be.
Kyle said that very eloquently. I did want to mention that my time in Student Senate began as an intern, and later on I became a senator, and I have similar aspirations, but I couldn't put them as eloquently as
that. Next question. If you were president next year, what changes or alterations would you try to implement concerning the university's budget?
That is a loaded question. That's a very good question. First thing I would say is I wouldn't make any cuts, but that's not feasible. I think everybody needs to understand that we are facing a $9.6 million budget shortfall, and the university is only able to raise tuition and fees by 3.5%. So what that boils down to is we're $9.6 million in the hole, and a 3.5% tuition increase only translates into $5 million in new revenue. So when you do the math, we're still in the hole. Cuts need to be made. So cuts need to be made, but they need to be made responsibly. So as far as alterations and changes, I would want to talk about and prioritize the academic experience and the out-of-the-classroom experience as is demonstrated in our platform. In the past budgeting cycles, the university has made academic investment pools where money is set aside specifically for general education courses. I think that's very important so we can maintain your general ed courses such as your math, sciences, and Englishes, courses that every student takes, because those are the courses that can really hold you behind as you're seeking your degree. The second thing that I would want to do is I would want to protect the general fee supported areas as much as I could. General fee areas talk about campus recreation, Baker Center, psychological services, Hudson, many different things that are not necessarily related to academics. Historically, the general fee areas have taken cuts 2 to 1 in comparison to the academic units. So it's very important for us to maintain those areas, because while we're here for an education, it's very important to have these support services. The support services keep us here at Ohio University. Those are some of the major things that I want to prioritize in the budget as we continue forward.
Mr. Wallace?
I think the budget at Ohio University is an area in which a lot of significant changes should be made. I'd like to talk a little bit about opening up budget planning council meetings again. I think that there could be so much good from more transparency in those conversations. This is a university paid for with student money by and large, and it was administrative thinking that got us into this kind of mess, in part at least. I think that so much benefits would be reaped from students having more say in how their money is spent. It might focus or refocus priorities. It might put some things into light. I think that more transparency is definitely good in this case, in this budget situation. Done.
Now have a 1-minute rebuttal.
With that, I would say a large part of our academic our economic troubles now are not a result of administrative thinking. It's a large part of the economy and the shortfalls of our economy that are, quite frankly, we have no control over. So I agree with my candidate in part that transparency is something that needs to be improved upon, especially within the general fee areas. Every student pays $535 a quarter for general fee. However, no student can specifically say what that money goes towards. I think it's very important for students to know exactly what their general fee money is paying for on an annual basis, and that's something that I would prioritize.